Firstborn Athletics.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Glenn, Firstborn Athletics. Welcome to episode number 6 of the comeback season. I cannot believe we're already up to episode 6. Crazy. Now, when I was first thinking of this video, I was not going to make it one of the episodes of this series. I was just going to make it a separate video, but it would only make sense to make it an episode because it pertains directly to the previous episode. First off, I want to send a big shout out to Frey and also Grey Wolf Fitness. Two very cool guys, always supporting me. I support them right back. Cool guys. Now, speaking of Lee, he made a comment on the last video, on episode number 5 of the comeback season. He made a comment on the video, and he mentioned the intensity of the workout, and he said he loved the intensity. So that brings me to today's video. We're going to be talking about intensity and how to create intensity in your training. You can create intensity with drop sets, decreasing rest time in between sets. One of my favorites, the pre-exhaust method. Okay, now with drop sets, you want to be careful. It's not something you want to do on every set of every exercise of every workout. It's a great way to increase intensity, but again, you don't want to go overboard with drop sets, and it is easy to do it if you let yourself get crazy. So incorporate it. Don't get crazy. Now, when it comes to building muscle, the optimum time to rest between sets is usually going to be about a minute, maybe a minute and 15 seconds. If you want to increase the intensity, you can decrease that time. So a lot of times what I'll do is if I want to have a faster workout, if I'm short on time, but I want to keep that intensity high, I may cut my rest time to even 30 seconds between sets. This method is effective as far as the intensity of your workout. Weights that aren't that heavy are going to seem heavier if you don't have as much rest time to recover from the previous set. It's also going to help from the standpoint of cardio. Now, it's not the same as doing cardio. Do not get my words twisted. But since you're keeping those rest times short, it's going to keep your heart rate elevated. Now, the third method I'm going to be speaking of, and my favorite of the 3, is pre-exhaust. And that's what I was using on the previous episode. Episode number 5 of the comeback season is a pre-exhaust. So I was training chest that day as well as shoulders, but speaking specifically on chest, I was doing dumbbell presses. Now, I was using 50-pound dumbbells, which aren't heavy. But you would see the intensity on my face and just, grinding out the reps, the last few reps. And the reason I was able to make that weight feel so intense, make it feel heavier, is the pre-exhaust method. So what I would do is, before my sets of presses, I would do sets of cable flies. Now, the cable fly is an isolation exercise. It's focusing just on your pecs. It's not involving really too much shoulder and heart, tricep at all, any tricep at all. So it's focusing on the chest. It's isolating your chest. So I would bang out a set of cable flies and then move over to those dumbbell presses. So I would do the cable flies first and move right over into the dumbbell presses. By the time I got over to the presses, my chest was already fatigued. It had already been pre-exhausted from the cable flies. The particular gym that I was training at is the fitness center in my community. The dumbbells do not go higher than 50 pounds. So pre-exhaust is a great method to use when you're training in a gym like that. I know Planet Fitness, they don't have very heavy dumbbells, and there are some gyms where the dumbbells don't go that heavy, or even if you're in your home gym. I have a home gym as well. The dumbbells don't go that heavy, so pre-exhaust is a great method to incorporate into your training to keep that intensity high and to make those lighter weights feel like they are heavier. I've never been one to coast through a training session. Every training session I have is intense. My wife and I will always joke around, and I'll tell her, all right, babe, I'm going to go train. I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to take it easy today. It's going to be a light session. And it never is. I mean, once you get through that first set, I'm just, I'm sure you're the same. It's never a light session. It's never easy. And that's the point of it. I mean, you want to make it intense. You want to push yourself. That's what it's about. It's about building your body up. It's about building your mind up. And the only way you're going to do that is through intensity and through pushing yourself. Guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. If there's anything you want to see specific in the series, in the comeback season series, leave a comment in the comments box down below, and we'll definitely try to get it in the next episode, if not the one after that. I appreciate all you guys, as always, for rolling with us. Again, big shout out to Lee Frey as well as Great Wolf Fitness. Appreciate you fellas. We will see you all on the next episode.